Hello, and welcome to another developer stream here with Mr. Bam1500. How you doing, Mr. Bam?
I am wonderful. I haven't gotten outside in the past couple days because the temperatures are dropping here. So I feel a little bit getting a little stuck here in the house too long.
The temperatures
Need to get
have
out
been
more.
dropping, but today doesn't seem like it's too bad. So
It looks okay outside. I mean, the sun's a shining, but I don't trust it.
I walked out to my car earlier. It wasn't too bad. It's about
Okay.
50 degrees outside, 47 or so.
Oh, is
So
it really? Okay.
yeah,
Well,
it's
I
a
thought
nice
I'm
day
doing that for the
today.
stream.
hmm
Going for a walk or a run.
Yeah. Oh, but you're definitely right. It's been getting cooler, and you know what that means. It's tanking time for me.
It's tanking time.
Tanking time. So, Mr. Bam, how is World of Tanks doing here? What's going on this week in the world of tanks?
Well, as I'm sure everyone is very well aware, our Awakened season is coming to a close next week. This was a very large and exciting season. We packed in a lot into this. I mean, if you guys recall, we had the Halloween mode, the Monster Earn Ops with the new monster tanks and their Awakened abilities. Hope you guys had a lot of fun when we launched that mode on late or mid to late October. The Turkey Shoot Challenge op, of course, was a big thing. The Black Friday tanks still on sale now. Um, or I'm sorry, we had the Black Friday tanks on sale. Um, and gosh, yeah, we had a lot going on. The custom games, resupply changes, the community map debut, Extra Life. Thank you for everyone if you guys were there for that as well. This season had a lot going on for itself, but lo and behold, the season is coming to an end this coming Tuesday when we move on to a brand new season, which we will be talking about in a little bit.
Ooh,
So
exciting
hope you
stuff.
guys had your fill. So also going on this week up and until the end of the season, a fan favorite. I hope you guys were jumping into battles for this. The XP with interest. That is, if you guys earn 1,000 or more XP in any number of battles, you can get 50% plus extra vehicle XP as a bonus. And worth noting, you can actually get this earned more than once, even in a single match. So if you even make, say, 3,000 XP in a single match, that's 3 times more XP that you're kind of getting complete with the challenge op.
Bam, who's paying all this interest out? We gotta talk with him. Seems like we're giving it all away here. No, it actually
Yep.
seems like an excellent way to earn some free XP. So
Absolutely. I heard a lot of players are jumping in. They really want to get that XP. It's really helping their progress and their grind. So get in there. And then up next, we still have more sales up until next Tuesday. We have the Crimson and Cold Steel tanks. And let me back up really quick. The Crimson bundle, if you guys have any interest in the Ragnarok T-34-100, the Hydra IS-6, and the Minotaur KV-5, all of them will have 75% silver bonuses. And then, of course, in the Cold Steel Tanks bundle, you will get the 75 Commander bonus plus a 50% silver bonus on the following tanks, including the Earthshaker Sturv 102, the Eradicator Carnarvon, and the Demolisher T-28 Proto.
I myself am a big fan of all IS-6 based tanks. So
Are you?
come on, Crimson tanks, Hydra tank. Come on.
I'm a fan of the Ragnarok.
Oh well, there you go.
Yeah. Red is also my favorite color. So, on the topic of these bundles that are on sale, what do you say we do 2 giveaways, one for each bundle? Now, two separate giveaways to 2 separate individuals.
Okay. All right. What are we giving away here, Mr. Bam? What are we feeling?
One lucky winner will earn themselves the Crimson Tank bundle with the Ragnarok, Hydra, and the Minotaur.
All right.
And one other lucky winner can win the Cold Steel Tanks bundle, including the Earthshaker, Eradicator, and the Demolisher.
Sounds amazing. I like it. I like it a lot. What a way to kick off the stream here. So if you'd like to enter for a chance to win these bundles, go ahead and click on that link I just posted in chat and fill in your Wargaming ID info. That'd be, for example, I would be Tankz0rz -X for Xbox or -P for PlayStation. And you'll be entered for all of our giveaways today. So go ahead and give that link a little love. What else is going on here, Mr. Bam?
I think we're off to a really good start. And man, we got a lot of updates to share with you guys today. Also, this week, you guys have always been asking about contracts and always interested in new contracts of tanks if they're coming back. You're probably well aware. In case you weren't, we also have the Stinger and the Talon T44-122 contracts available. So if those are of interest to you, hop on into the contracts tab and start working your way up to earn yourself the Stinger and or Talon T44. Up next, the premium bonus. We have that working on the working for the E100, the E110 E3, and my personal favorite tank, the M1A2 Abrams. And then, of course, let's talk a little bit about the Tank Cup. We are now on week 3. You still have today and tomorrow to earn goals for either team. The teams currently in competition right now is Team Cyclops and Tigers. A very important side note regarding Tank Cup, in case this was not clear before, for players on the winning Tank Cup team who have scored at least 5 goals for the winning team in the final week of play, that is week 5, the ultimate prize will be the collector's item, the ultra rare ELC AMX 90, a premium French tier 6 light tank. In short, to be absolutely clear, you guys will have to score for the winning team during the last week to get the final prize, week 5. Just wanted to make sure you guys are very well aware of that.
Mm-hmm.
And that is a wrap on our updates for this week and the final few days that we have left with our Awakened season.
Looking forward to what we have to share here next.
What do you think? Before we move forward a little bit here, did we give it enough time for the first couple of giveaways, or do we want to let that cook in the oven a little longer?
We'll let it cook just slightly longer.
A little slightly longer? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So starting next week, guys, beginning Tuesday, December 6th, we have the Gingerbread Hunt. A challenge app where you guys can hunt down those gingerbreads by destroying enemy tanks or winning in multiplayer battles for your chance to earn several rewards, including the IS-2. Like I said, this app will begin and is available starting December 6th and will go till January 3rd. And then also we have a new on-track for the FV215B 183. This is also starting on December 6th and running through the 19th. And as always with our on-track lines, you can purchase the tanks on discount at between 30% and 50% for the tanks within the FV215B line.
All right. I think it's cooked long enough here. I think it's time for me to...
We got our winners?
Go choosing our winners. No, I should have done that. It's time for the downloading of winners. Downloading of winners.
Maxzilla 1998. Oh, wait. Oh, the chat just moved. I'm sorry. XO199. Do you know the Muffin Man?
The Muffin
the
Man?
Muffin Man. Maybe that'll be a future challenge up.
It'd be like a chain of opposites. Like, do you know the Muffin Man? And the next one's like the Muffin Man. All right. So we have our winners here. Our first winner here is for the Crimson Tank Bundle, and it is...
Ooh.
You ready?
I'm ready. I'm ready to hear it.
Lucas86. Congratulations. And for our
second winner?
Yeah, our second winner here is... Are we ready?
I'm ready.
The Tankz0rz.
The Tankz0rz.
The Tankz0rz. So
we are not worthy.
I mean, it's amazing. The Tankz0rz walking away with a cold steel bundle. So congratulations to both of these players here, and you'll magically get these bundles added to your account. So yeah, just stay put magically. It's with the power of magic. So congratulations. Let's see. What else do we have here, Mr. Bam?
I think we're ready to unveil our next big season starting on Tuesday.
Okay.
Do we have something to show the players today?
We might have a little something. Should I dig something up real quick?
let's dig something up. Hopefully you have it on hand there.
All right. Well, I hope you guys enjoy. We're gonna take a sneak peek at what's coming up next.
Please enjoy. Are we off, Mike?
Our boys are on the brink of war, and they've got the tools to get the job done. These brave individuals have faced many challenges, and for that, we owe them our allegiance. The quest for victory lies in the hands of the brave. For honor, all great things are achievable. And to great soldiers everywhere, we pledge our allegiance.
And we're back on mic. What's going on here, Mr. Bam?
All right, the chat's going wild about something.
Yeah, there's a lot of
something in that trailer that stood out.
There's a lot of neat stuff in that trailer. Hopefully, we could break a little bit some what's going on in the trailer down for you guys here.
Yeah, so let's first talk, guys. Welcome to the Allegiance season. Again, this is starting on this coming Tuesday, December 6th. Please look forward to that. Let's go ahead and cover a little bit about the season pass details and what you guys can earn in each of the season pass offerings. And I know I see a lot of comments regarding ribbons, I guess. We'll get to that. We'll cover that. Let's talk about the season passes and what you guys can look forward to. Starting off with a free season pass, you can earn the 2D Krampus Commander with a hood. I'll be honest, I'm not sure if we've released this one before. I saw the image prior to this stream, and it was the first time I've seen it. So it looks really cool. Menacing as always, of course. And then, of course, also in the free season pass, you can earn yourself the 3D Commander Anna Moeller, the M60A1 Forest Stalker skin, and lastly, the Panzer 58 Mutz Tier 8 medium tank. So that's all the free season pass content. For those of you that decide to pick up the 2,000 gold season pass, this can get you the AC-1 Sentinel Tier 5 medium, a 2D Snow Monster Commander, another exciting and menacing commander to add to the roster, our Tier 8 Kanonen Panzer 10 Tank Destroyer. That's a mouthful.
Kanonen Panzer.
I should have handed it off to you for that. Thank you. Tank Destroyer tank. And then lastly, the new Tier 10 Object 780 Soviet Heavy Tank. So that's all the content that you can get in the 2,000 gold season pass. And lastly here in the 6,000 gold season pass, you can unlock all of the above, plus the 3D Krampus Hero Commander, one of our internal favorites. creepy as always. And of course, the new Tier 8 Astron Rex 105 US medium tank, which is also showcased as my background behind me. Lots of exciting details, lots of exciting tanks, new features. I hope everyone is thrilled and excited about this content coming, and only a very short wait ahead. On the subject of the season pass, Tankz0rz, I think it's time for another giveaway.
Another giveaway? Huh. Okay, I like how you think. Let's do it.
Let's do an Ultimate Season Pass giveaway to one lucky winner.
Okay. Let's go ahead and do that. And in order to enter, if you've already entered earlier, you're still entered. If you just joined us now, go ahead and click on that link, and you'll be entered for our giveaways for the rest of the stream here.
All right. Okay, so let's break things down a little bit. A lot went by in that trailer, and I mean, I really like the kind of old-timey, 1940s vibe, the audio and the visual presentation of it. The video team and the community team did a very excellent job with it. But let's first talk about, as seen in the trailer, ribbons. Ribbons are coming back, everybody. I know this was very much requested. It's come up so many times in community questions from you, the players. I had to be very hush-hush and zip tight about any details about ribbons. But lo and behold, they are coming back to the game. Yeah. Oh, so really quick on the note of ribbons, because it's been a couple of years since they've last been in the game. And I'm sure we've gotten some new players that joined us, and they might be watching the stream today, might be here wondering as they watch the stream, what are ribbons? What is the significance of ribbons? Why is this a big deal? Ribbons are a visual representation of your in-game match performance showcased in real time. Essentially, this is going to be replacing the XP efficiency indicator that we have for you guys shown in the upper right corner of your HUD. That is being taken away and replaced for the ribbons to go back in there. So anytime you land a damage shot against an enemy, you'll get a little ribbon notification pop up on the HUD. Anytime you get a kill, that will appear there. Critical hits, spots, spot assists, track assists, etc., and even base captures. This is all tracked for you in the HUD, real time as you perform it. So please look forward. These are coming back. And one last note on that: when ribbons do come back into the game, one thing that we weren't able to squeeze into the Allegiance season was getting the ribbons to be showcased into your post-battle results screen. Please note that is a feature coming into the future. It just will not be here for the Allegiance season, but you won't have to wait much longer for us to get that implemented properly. We just needed a little bit more time to work on that from the internal dev standpoint.
Excellent. Yeah, while you were speaking there, I was showcasing some of the ribbons images that we had to share, so hopefully some players had an idea of what our ribbon system is here.
Awesome. Yeah, please look forward to that, guys. Again, we know that was a highly requested feature from the players in the community. It took some time. We wanted to make sure we got it right, and we really looked back at what made it so successful and worked well in the past, and we wanted to make sure we applied the proper treatment. And a huge props to our UI team and UI design UX team for pushing this forward for everybody. Internally, we all kind of celebrated as well when we got into our first play test, and we knew that this was a right direction and a good call to make for World of Tanks Modern Armor. Okay, let's see other HUD improvements to talk a little bit about. We like to call this the tank doll. This is your tank schematic that's located in the lower left-hand corner of the HUD. We now have tank rotation limits indicated for secondary turrets included now onto that display. So when you guys switch between your turrets, they will actually show highlighted and indicated for you that you know which one is selected. In addition, also on the topic of the tank schematic, representation of your tank turret has been updated to look a little bit more like a neutral tank turret. While before it looked more akin to like an Abrams tank turret, we heard the feedback from the players and of course Super Test, and we aim to make it a little bit more non-specific and more era agnostic, so it looks appropriate for both Cold War game mode and World War II. Okay. Now, one thing I want to make mention about the season's theme as Allegiance, it's not just a theme, but also a statement that we're trying to make to you, the players. We want to make the game that you guys love and enjoy and have fun playing, and we can think of no better way to show that than knowing that we hear you, and we are kicking off this season with a lot of long requested features and improvements. And this is kind of the reason why we are providing some of these details and trying to be clear and communicate these with you. So as you guys also noted in the trailer, a mention of Artillery 2.0. This has been a long-asked and long contentious piece of a feature in our game that you guys wanted details, you wanted updates, you want to know when some changes were coming in. So let's talk about Artillery 2.0. On the subject of RD 2.0, this has been a long debated initiative, and we understand the community has been anticipating updates to fine-tune the artillery balance within the game. During just this last summer, we introduced changes to the artillery shell tracers for better visibility, as well as 3D distance attenuated audio to help users identify and potentially locate where the enemy artillery are located in the map. In addition, we included the targeted alert icon to also sound off when artillery is actively aiming at you. Again, those are the details that we already released to you during our, I think, mid-June release over the summer. Since that time, we've been analyzing the data, we've been collecting the feedback with the changes in the live game to help inform our next steps, with a goal to find the appropriate compromise that provides benefits for both artillery and non-artillery players, ultimately doing the best to maintain artillery as an enjoyable vehicle class to play on the battlefield. We have new updates inbound with the release of the Allegiance season. Tested both internally and with our super testers, of course, who are always instrumental to help course correct where necessary, we feel confident we're headed now in the right direction, but we can't know for sure unless we test against the broader audience, a larger sample size to get us to data collection to know that we're on the right target here. So at the release of the upcoming season, we will have artillery updates added to the live game. And I want to stress this. Please consider this as a live test with these changes in mind. Give us time to gauge community feedback, collect the gameplay data to help confirm whether or not this is the right direction for Artillery 2.0. As always, we will do our best to provide communication transparency on how this initiative is performing and whether further improvements, changes, and etc. will be coming into the future. So, in any case, I'm now going to go through kind of a more itemized list and even providing more specifics on the details you guys can expect to see for Artillery 2.0 in the Allegiance season. Let's start with the aim time. This has been reduced by 1 second for all artillery across all nations and all vehicles. Damage, let's talk about specific damage for tiers 7 and up. This has been reduced by 40% on vast majority of the guns within that tier range. This is to bring down that alpha damage that is often a very concerning part of the gameplay that players don't like, the one-shot capability or being one-shot and down to critical elements left in your health bar. Again, the 40% reduction is specific to tiers 7 and up. Between tiers 5 and 6, that same reduction is applied to all guns, but at a 24% reduction. And then no changes are applied to tier 4 and below. Concealment values, the camos have been adjusted based on the height instead of the inflated values. This results in an overall reduction in concealment for artillery. Accuracy, this has also been reduced by 10% for all RD vehicles. Reload time, this has actually been adjusted to maintain the current damage per minute to reflect the now updated damage that all artillery will be doing. Shot dispersion. This is specific for the artillery vehicles that have turrets. So during turret rotation, the penalties have been reduced by 45%. Health. Roughly 80% of the same tier of light tanks. I'm sorry, let me back up. The health pools of artillery is roughly now 80% that of light tier tanks of the same tier. So there is an increase of health to artillery, with some minor variability depending on certain specific tanks from different nations. The relative size of the HP pools between the arties has been kind of maintained. So if we're talking about the German and the UK lines, they have the highest HP pools. The US and Soviet being more in the mid-range, and the French lines having the least HP. Then there are two specific artillery gun changes due to them being clip-based weapons. Starting with the Equalizer, M53, the stock gun has been changed with the barrage function, does not receive any changes. And then the Bat Chat, 155-58, the reload time has been decreased from 69.5 seconds down to 52 seconds. Clip size increased from 4 to 6. And then the intra-clip reload time increased from 6 seconds to 10 seconds. And lastly, the last change that you guys can expect to see with the RD 2.0 initiative, we are now including a new artillery targeted alert. This includes a artillery-specific HUD icon and an audio alert that appears when an enemy artillery is actively aiming at you. Like I mentioned before, when we released some RD 2.0 changes over the summer, we included the current known targeted icon, which is the exclamation point, that would also sound off when you are being aimed at artillery. Now, at the start of the Allegiance season, we separated that out. The target icon, as you know, it still exists and will still occur when another enemy tank is aiming at you. But now when an enemy artillery is aiming at you, there's a new icon specific for that with its own new audio alert as well. And that is what we have, everybody. That is the RD 2.0 changes coming to you in the Allegiance season starting this Tuesday. Again, I want to stress this very much, that we thank the community for all their feedback and the data collection that we've been gathering since then, and we've been kind of sharing some details and updates in past streams to kind of give you guys an idea of what we're currently thinking, how the class is kind of performing, and how players are reacting to it. With all this in mind, this is kind of the conclusion of how we came to this is the next step in the direction of RD 2.0. All this being said, we are not done yet. We will continue to monitor this data. We will address any feedback that comes in and try to figure out next steps as we move forward. As I mentioned at the top of the discussion of RD 2.0, this is like a live test. So this isn't like a full commitment that like this is the way it is going forward and that's the way it stays permanently. We want to see how this performs, and we will, again, provide that communication transparency and make changes in the future if we deem them reasonable. So that is my spiel on RD 2.0. And again, I'll come back on stream for next time, and we will always talk a little bit further on how it's performing in its initiative. And I'll do my best to provide that transparency to everybody. Oh, that was a mouthful.
Oh, excellent. I mean, it's a lot of information to swallow, but definitely appreciate all the transparency, right?
But I mean, yeah, lots of information, but it's very important. It was a long time coming, and we knew we had to deliver on this.
Mm-hmm. What else do we have on our radars here, Mr. Bam?
All right. So I got one last piece of updates that's coming as part of the Allegiance season. For those of you that are Cold War players, we made some adjustments to the damage and penetration RNG into the game. And this is different per... let me back up. So yes, we've made some RNG updates to the damage and penetration specific to the Cold War mode. And eras 1 and 2, post-war and escalation, the penetration values, we have reduced the max RNG spread while maintaining a higher chance to roll than your base penetration. Now, on the damage side of things, we increased the max potential damage and reduced the lowest potential damage for a more consistent outcome. That's specific for eras 1 and 2. For era 3, if you guys are playing in the detente era, penetration, we didn't see any need for any changes in that regard. But the damage, we have increased the spread of potential damage to allow for more variation of outcomes. And that is a wrap on our updates for the launch of the Allegiance season. And yes, hope you guys look forward to it. It's not, just a few more days ahead, and that's what we got.
Awesome. Super exciting stuff. Can't wait to play it.
Absolutely. Okay, before I forget, did we still have a giveaway cooking? I can't remember if we announced a winner. I feel like I've been talking for a half hour now.
I believe we do. Let me go and check the oven real quick. Why don't we do that?
Is it preheated yet?
It's always preheated. All right, let's go ahead and choose a lucky winner here, and we're gonna go ahead and download our new winner here. And our new winner is, this is for remind our players what this is for.
This is for the Ultimate Season Pass, for the Allegiance season.
So our lucky winner for the Ultimate Season Pass for the Allegiance season here is British Steel 197. Congratulations.
All right, congratulations, British Steel.
Mm-hmm. And that leads us to our
weekly shoutouts.
Weekly shoutout time.
All right, as always, as you guys know, these are our battle feats where we make mention of players and their awesome feats that they've accomplished. Typically, we like to look at players that have leveraged awesome achievements with tanks that have recently come out. And as always, the players that we announce here will be receiving confidential key cards as part of their achievements. So, with Black Friday behind us, we're going to be showcasing some battle feats in the Torvagen Black and the TL7 Black. So let's start off with the Tornvagen with most damage in a single battle. This name. Can4E3CL? I'm trying to think if there's if the numbers are meant to spell out something. Can4E3CL. In any case, you've earned 7,411 damage in the Tornvagen Black. Oh man, why is that so hard to say? Congratulations to you, sir, or ma'am. And then for most combined assist in a single battle, the Lost Raptor 75 with 8,837 damage, also in the Tornvagen Black. And then up next, a couple of users in the TL7 Black. Most damage in a single battle. This goes to Vitters Faz 75 with 8,929 damage. And most combined assist in a single battle, Largo Jinga Ninja with 7,713. I swear these gamer tags are getting harder. I got to rehearse these ahead of the stream.
I mean, half of these are math problems, and some other of these sound like.
But congratulations to you guys. You will be receiving yourselves some confidential key cards. And then up next for the medal showcase, we have Quietas achieving the Kolibanov's medal in the TL7. And then Mixika also receiving the Kolibanov medal in the Tornvagen. So congratulations to you two. And then lastly, as part of our battle feats for the week and shoutouts, the milestones. A huge congratulations and thank you to Cranky Potato 50 AMD, as well as East Van. For you guys have reached your 100,000th battles. Congratulations. Up next, we have Garnapero and Vanya Stalker for reaching their 130,000th set of battles. And lastly, an amazing milestone from Peptic Moon 7720, hitting that 150,000th battle. So well done, guys. Really appreciate you sticking around and putting in all these battles. And as always, that's a lot of battles. I remembered this time.
I like the Cranky Potato Fellows gamer tag there. It's made me laugh.
I meant to call that out. Yeah, I appreciate that. And I appreciate those milestone congratulations were a lot easier to read.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, but yeah, there definitely is a lot of battles. So thank you very much for doing that. It's a hell of a feat.
All right. Tell you what, we only had a chance to show off that trailer just once. Does anyone want to see that trailer again? Like the community team and our video editors put in such a good effort on it. Well, I think we should run that one more time before we go into the Q&As.
I'm 100% on board with that.
100% on board.
Let's give that another roll.
Our boys are on the brink of war, and they've got the tools to get the job done. These brave individuals have faced many challenges, and for that, we owe them our allegiance. The quest for victory lies in the hands of the brave. For honor, all great things are achievable. And to great soldiers everywhere, we pledge our allegiance.
Well, there we have a second look at it.
Right.
Still fantastic. I mean, I've seen this trailer many times, and I still love it. I still love it. Great work.
Absolutely.
All right, so that leads us to... Where's that
our
lead us to, Mr. Bam? Okay.
Actually, do we want to do one last giveaway and let that cook while we answer some of our community's questions?
I thought you would never ask, Mr. Bam. Let's go ahead and do that.
All right. For one more Ultimate Season Pass chance.
If you already entered, you're still good and set to go. If you just joined us, I just dropped the link in chat. Go ahead and fill that out, and you'd be eligible for our Ultimate Season Pass for the new Allegiance season here. So with that out of the way, why don't we go ahead and take a look at some of our questions that we have here today.
Right.
Our first question is from ZDubs98 asking, can we get a terrain in an Urnop? Is that possible?
Well, no plans for an Urnop yet, but you will have an opportunity to pick up the tank later this year.
Okay. Excellent. Next question here from Bloody War Llama. Pink tanks? When?
I'm starting to kind of collect a roster of questions that I'm like, these are the ones that come up very often. Listen, we hear you. That's all we can say.
Okay.
That is all we can say.
Momentary Genius is asking, where is Arnie and Mila?
Did you enjoy the trailer that went out? I think it was just this past week. Mm-hmm. Was it not? In any case, the holiday community event starts on December 13th. We'll have more details to share coming next week.
Let's see. Elite is asking, Aston Rex in the background?
Yep. Coming in next season in Allegiance. Look forward to it.
Excellent.
I can lean over if that helps. If you guys want a better look at it.
Here, 1 second. I think we can take a look at it here.
If I lean this way, it looks like the tank is firing right into me.
Here's the wonderful image again in all its glory, just for our buddy here. All right, let's see what else do we have here. Doomed Humanity. Ooh, what are the super savings this week? As I haven't gotten to them yet.
Okay, so we have the M4A3E8 Thunderbolt, the M46 Scorpion, and the LT432. If you've met the requirement to unlock these special bundles, then it means you already own these. You can check out the super saving bundles info every week in our What's Happening articles.
Excellent. Rambino is asking, could you readjust spawns on Corellia Cold War, please?
So, okay. I appreciate you bringing that to attention, because this was something we debated even internally, trying some adjustments to the spawns themselves. I'll definitely talk with our level designer a little bit further on what we can apply here. We are going to watch the data on this to kind of see how it applies and if there is any sort of real concerns with it. What I do want to stress is originally the map was not going to make it into Cold War, quite honestly. But you can thank our super testers and their testing and their feedback, and it was a strong request that please bring this into Cold War, and we realize this is an opportunity here. Let's put it in. And yeah, if there are spawn issues, like we'll look into it and adjust them in the near future.
Excellent, excellent. Next question here from X011 199 underscore Tankz0rz. How have you been? Fantastic. Thank you for asking. It's my favorite time of year. It's nice and cool. The year just kind of flies by here at the end with all of our holidays coming up. So I'm doing excellent. Thanks for asking. Next question.
Can you believe it's December?
This year just flew by.
Yeah.
So as soon as Thanksgiving rolls around, I'm like, oh no, that's it. Actually, no, since Halloween, it's like, oh, Halloween, everything just goes real quick, and then it's the next year. All right, next question here is from Chloroform asking, M47 Arnie looks like a cool tank. I hope the console gets it.
It is pretty cool looking, isn't it? I hope console gets it too.
Mm-hmm. Alex Black asking, can custom games be used for single player?
Okay, so right now it is currently set to a minimum of 2 players, 1 per team. Each custom game room does use up the same server resources, equivalent of a full match. So if everyone started creating single matches, it could potentially overload the server system performance. So this is kind of why we've been leaning into the resupply cost changes that we've waived during the tournaments, been going on it through October and November. So still data we're looking into and considering. In terms of making it single player, right now I'll say no plans for it, and no plans in the foreseeable future. And I'll kind of leave it at that.
Next question here from Pickle is asking, why did the Lebanese flag emblem disappear?
It's currently available in game. It came out November 15th.
Okay.
So I'm not sure if you're just not finding it.
Yeah, go ahead and take a second look and see if for whatever reason it's not in your game. I've seen weirder things. Go ahead and reach out to us. Next question here is from a Loaded Psycho. Will a new season start next week or the week after?
Next week, Tuesday, December 6th.
Excellent, excellent. Next question here from Kronk Active asking, Premium Tanks T10 for sale?
Later this year. No details to share just yet.
I like this name too. Group the Grill.
Group the Grill
is asking, is Final Tank Cup ending after the weekend or before?
The final week ends on December 17th. So this is so that we know who the winner is to set up any challenges and bundles on the following Monday so they can deploy by Tuesday during our usual weekly maintenance period.
Sounds good. Next question from Strider5599 was wondering if if the tier 3 tanks, the Rasanai and the Ironclad will be available for gold.
Apologies, these will not be available as these were anniversary rewards for those who were here to celebrate with us at those times.
Let's see. We have another question here from Def211 asking if there's a reason why we don't do the ginger tank building competition anymore. Yeah, that was something that we used to do. We used to do like gingerbread and candy and all that stuff.
I've never been part of. I want to make a gingerbread tank. I missed out. I don't have much information on that, at least from me and us personally. TCAN, if you're available in the chat, he may be available to answer that question more specifically.
I think we maybe just didn't have enough resources or time to plan this year, but maybe next year we could do something like that. It'd be nice to not limit it to Christmas time or the holidays here. Maybe we'll do something in spring or something. We could cook all year round. It's not limited to the cold months here. Another question here from Folks asking, what tanks will be in Era 3 after Romanian Era 2? What about medals in Cold War, please?
Medals in Cold War are being looked at. No, I can't really give any more details other than documentation process is kind of being looked at right now. But in terms of the Romanian, after Romanian era, there are no other tanks for that line to announce, at least at this time.
Sounds great. Next question here from Crony Alpha asking, please vary the spawn points on the maps. You are 95% on the same place.
We try to address this with different variants of the maps. This is another kind of divisive thing that we attempt to do. We've created variants of certain maps to kind of give new replay value to them. And over time, we've heard feedback from the community, and we've even taken a look at a lot of heat map data and win rate data. And it was kind of telling where some things worked well, where it didn't work well in other areas. Truth of the matter is, if we even take a look at, say, if we pick a single map and we say, well, okay, we'll take the existing spawn points and just shift them around a little bit of some sort. We have to be conscious that we're not going to be hurting the gameplay experience or hurting the balance in which one team is now going to be more advantageous versus the other. Not to mention, I don't have the count in front of me, but we must be upwards of 40, beyond 40 maps in the game. So even if we start applying some changes to them, it's going to be kind of a slow roll of applying changes into the maps. And typically we will look at maps that are maybe hurting a little bit in the win rate category to make sure that we maintain balance. So we look at those first before we start addressing more unique ideas and different variants.
We have a question here from Vicious7 asking, Tier 10 Premium's gone forever?
So the work on the premium tech tree is just so the tanks aren't always available. These tanks will be made available to purchase during special sales events in the future.
My Curve Boss is asking, any Cold War tanks?
Next set of Cold War tanks will be coming early next year. No details to share at this time, though.
Max Minor Tankers asking, Ultimate Season Tank, Cold War or World War II?
Oh, I'm sorry. It is a Tier 8 World War II tank.
Okay.
I failed to mention that.
Excellent, excellent. Marco 3000 is asking, how long is the new season?
Okay, so it will actually be 10 weeks long, which, to my knowledge, is the longest season we've actually ever held.
It seems about to be one of the longer ones here.
Yeah.
DC Kingpin is asking, any stats for the next Tier 8?
For the next Tier 8? T8? I mean, I don't have any stats available and readily to share on stream, but you know what? Details can be added to the portal article right after the stream.
Let's see here. X0199 underscore is asking, any more 3D styles for Tier 10s?
We do have some new ones, but again, coming early next year.
PZ Recon's asking, does this mean Cold War is no longer flourishing, or are we regarding the Allegiance World War II focus?
Oh, no. No changes for Cold War. It's very much alive, and we will continue to add new content. But for a lot of the planning, some seasons have more focus on World War II. Some seasons have more focus on Cold War. Some are a little bit more equally distributed. But also at this time, we just don't have much to share specifically to Cold War. More content will be coming, though.
British Steel. Oh, this guy won. British Steel is asking, will damage assistance numbers be also shown?
Yes, the ribbons only replace the XP tracker.
I run the 80. Can ribbons also be switched off?
No, no option to disable ribbons. They are a new permanent feature replacing the XP tracker. So no toggle, no way to turn them off. They are there. And yes, I saw this go by, and I missed the user who asked it. But on the subject of ribbons, someone was asking if this was a World War II specific feature or if it was also coming to Cold War. Ribbons will be available in both game modes. You'll see it in World War II as well as in Cold War.
Let's see. Greasy Cleric is asking, I'm a new player here. What type of bonuses are there for joining clans?
No actual bonuses for joining a clan, but if you are looking to get into competitive play to join in on tournaments, then that might be something worth your interest. And tournaments do come with their own set of rewards for the winnings.
Mm-hmm. Vicious Smith is asking, any tech tree tanks being added to World War II?
Coming next year, new tech tree lines.
Sad Azul, next trade-in event, please.
Also currently planned for next year, early next year.
Rogue Soul, with RD damages being reduced with MOE damages, targets can also be reset.
No, with how this system works, the targets will adjust themselves naturally.
Okay. Let's see. Z-Dubs 98 asking, what about matchmaking for SPGs?
Okay, so no changes to SPG or artillery matchmaking over the recent change that we just announced. We will rather have more news to share on RD limits per team at a later time. But no limit changes are coming in with the Allegiance season. What I've mentioned in terms of all the RD2O content changes, that is what's to expect with the new season.
So I can skip the question here. Doom Humanity, so reload is reduced by 40%?
The reloads are all adjusted to maintain the current DPM, damage per minute, accounting for the new reduction in damage.
Okay. Mr. X Fuzzy is asking, what about platoons for SPGs?
No change there. It's still a max of one SPG/artillery per platoon. This was only stat changes to the vehicles that we announced.
A Comics is asking, how are the new black tanks performing?
Oh, so the Tier 8 Tornwagen Block, again, I'm mixing up the name a bit. 53% win rate with an average damage of 1,391. And then for the Tier 9 TL7 Black, 52% win rate with an average damage of 1,847.
Excellent. Pure ZX is asking, ribbons in World War II and Cold War?
Okay, this was the question that went by. So
right.
It kind of came to mind when the ribbons were being asked again. So yes, thank you, Pure ZX. And to answer your question, yes, ribbons in both World War II and Cold War.
Got a little bit of time for a couple more questions here.
Okay.
Durham is asking, is 40% damage reduced going to affect
the Bat Chat?
The Bat Chat 58 because, I think it does too much damage.
Yes, but it does get specific changes, such as the clip size being increased to 10 rounds. So we did adapt it a little bit differently for that reasoning.
Okay. Magic Cactus, will there be new Chinese heavy tanks? Will the new Chinese heavy tanks on PC also be in World War II or Cold War, or maybe both?
So I feel like we're jumping ahead of the game here. These tanks aren't currently even on the schedule, so no details to share at this time, but would likely be a World War II line if ever added.
Music and Time, can we have a test Cold War without True Vision?
Well, honestly, you can do this right now. You can go into a custom games mode and provide in the options, you can change the settings to turn off or on True Vision. And this also applies to World War II. I know you're probably asking that you'd like to have this in random battle. The answer to that is simply no. But we are talking about some things to toy around with in the future. But right now, I can't give you any sort of answer other than, something to try out in custom games.
Awesome. Hayes52 is asking, can the AMBT be purchasable soon?
Yes, this tank has some balance changes coming in the upcoming season, and will be available to purchase on December 13th.
Excellent. Lorenzo is asking, any chance for Caro 45T coming to the game as a contract tank?
Okay, so the contract tanks are either mercenaries of previously released premium tanks, so it would need to be released normally at first as part of the season or in a bundle.
Alrighty. Undying Hash is asking, will we ever see the Santa Claus skin for the mouse tank or the other hero skin for the mouse tank on PC?
Like they have on PC, right? Well, the holidays are coming up soon. I'll just say, keep an eye out.
Sounds great. And I think that does it for questions. And if I check my oven, it looks like we have one more winner here to announce.
That's right. We still had a winner cooking there.
So sorry for the long wait here, but our final winner for the Ultimate Season Pass Ultimate Season Pass for the Allegiance season here is Hockey Tank 3470. Congratulations, your final winner. And
it's a hockey tank?
Hockey tank. It's a hockey tank. Yeah. So we had the Tank Lord and we had the hockey tank. So
Congratulations.
I think that about wraps it up for us this week. I'd like to thank everyone for hanging out with us, and I hope you look forward to all of our new fantastic updates that we have to share with you in our next season. So look forward to seeing all of you on the battlefield. And
see you guys in the Allegiance season.
Until next time, we'll see you next week. Take care, everyone.
Thanks all.
See you on the battlefield.